Yo, what's up, team? I hope that you guys enjoyed that workout, that you have a sensational Saturday. Here are your stretches for the day. Let's get after it. Let's get that recovery kick started so we can enjoy the rest of our day.
All right, guys, so first things first today, we're starting off by stretching out the front of our quad or getting into that hip flexor a bit. So we're doing our Samson lunge for 2 minutes on each side. With this, we're going to have both legs at 90-degree angles, making sure that that front shin is vertical with the foot. From there, we're going to squeeze that glute, drive that hip forward, and reach those arms up overhead and try and press them fully towards the ceiling. We're still relaxing into this stretch a bit more, still trying to drive that hip forward and load up and stretch out the front of that leg. We still have a little while longer left to go, team. Alright guys, we're going to swap sides now so we can rotate out of there. And we're going to bring that right leg forward, or whichever opposite leg that we're stretching forward. From here guys, we're still squeezing that glute, driving the hip forward, trying to reach and press all the way up towards the ceiling. We're going to hang out here for 2 more minutes, team. We're still driving that hip forward. With each exhalation, we're trying to push ourselves further and further into that stretch. We still have a little while longer left here, team. Alright guys, we are going to come out of that Samson lunge, bring that right leg a little bit further forward and drop down into our deep lunge position. From here, we're actually going to get into our low dragon. So that's where we're having both hands inside that leg that is still propped up front of us, and then we are trying to either drop down to those elbows or drop down as low as we can in this stretch. We're really focusing on opening up the outside of that hip, getting into that glute, the hamstrings, and just working even a little bit into our lower back here, team. We're going to hang out for 2 minutes now. Each exhalation, we're trying to get deeper and deeper into this stretch, guys. If you haven't got your elbows to the ground, now's a good time to try. Alright, so we'll slowly come up out of there, guys. We're going to swap sides now. So we're going to get into that deep lunge position again, extending that back leg out straight behind us. And then from there, we're trying to drop those elbows down to the floor and drive that knee out nice and wide, just like we would in the bottom of a squat. We're going to hold out here for 2 minutes, team. Still hanging out here for a little while longer, guys. Just trying to relax deeper and deeper into that stretch now. Alright, team, we're going to slowly come up out of that low dragon now and then get down into our pigeon pose. So remembering with that pigeon, we still have that back leg extended behind us, but now we're trying to bring that foot as close to perpendicular with the body as possible. So if you need to, you can give it a little bit of a torque forward. And then from there, guys, we're either pressing those hands through the ground and remaining upright, or dropping down to our elbows, or fully extending our arms out in front of us. We're still working on stretching out the outside of that hip, getting into the glutes, IT, TFO, all that little fun stuff up there in the hip. still relaxing deeper and deeper into this stretch, guys. We still have a little bit longer left to go. Alright guys, we are going to swap sides now, so we'll slowly come up out of there, and then we will rotate around if we need to. Then we're going to bring that opposite leg just forward and try and get it perpendicular with the body while extending that back leg out behind us. And from here, guys, we're trying to drop those elbows down to the floor, extend those arms out in front of us on the floor. We're going to hang out for 2 more minutes. And we're still hanging out here for a little bit longer, guys. Just relaxing deeper and deeper into that stretch now. Team, we're going to come up out of that pigeon pose and get into our twisted cross. So with that twisted cross, we're starting with our left arm extended out on the floor. From there, guys, we are going to use that right arm to press that floor away so we can get some extra torque on the front of that shoulder. And then we're going to bring that right leg up and over the body and plant the foot through it and into the floor. And we're going to hang out here as we try and open up the front of that chest, getting into our pec and our shoulder a bit for 2 minutes. Alright guys, we're still holding out here for a little bit longer. We're trying to open up that shoulder a little bit more so you can press that hand a little bit harder into the floor. Still got a little bit longer left to go. Alright guys, we are going to swap sides now. So this time we're going to extend that right arm out on the floor, bring that left leg up and over the body, or over our right leg I should say, and plant it into the floor while we use that left hand to press that floor away and adjust the pressure to stretch out the front of that pec. Guys, we're still holding out here for a little bit longer. Remember, we can use that hand to adjust the pressure and how much of a stretch we're getting. Still got a little while longer left to go, team. Alright guys, we're going to come out of that twisted cross and get into a flat needle. So we're laying flat on our stomach, extending that left arm out straight in front of us, and then we're bringing and threading that right hand through underneath of that left arm as we try and drop the shoulder down to the ground. We're going to hang out here for 2 minutes, team. And we're still trying to relax deeper and deeper into the stretch, team. You should feel a bit of a stretch through the back of that shoulder and quite possibly up into our upper back. We still have a little while longer left to go. Alright guys, we're going to swap sides now. So we're extending that right arm out and tucking that left hand through. You can either have the palm facing up to the ceiling or down to the ground, whichever best suits you today. We're just stretching out the back of that shoulder and quite possibly into our upper back a bit, team. We still got 2 minutes to go. Still trying to relax into that stretch a little bit more. With each exhale, we're trying to push the shoulder closer and closer to the floor. Alright team, to finish us off today, we're going to come out of that flat needle now and get into a seated forward fold. So we're going to have those legs fully extended out in front of us, trying to press them into the floor. From here, guys, you're going to reach forward and either grab your calves, your ankles, or your toes, depending on what your flexibility allows. We're trying to create a nice straight line through that back. We're going to hang out here for 2 minutes. Just trying to relax a little bit deeper into that stretch, team. We're almost there for our time today, so just keep relaxing further and further into this stretch with each exhale. That is us for today, team. Have a sensational Saturday. See ya.